Kim, going back to what you were saying about that with the retention, um, you talked about the hybrid model a bit, and as well as flex hours. Do you think, with the pandemic, a lot of people were forced to work remotely? Do you see that as now something that's expected as a given, sort of as a benefit to working there? Or do you think companies are going to offer that to say, if you want to, you can, if you want to be in person, come on in and your desk space is still here. Do you see the real estate kind of field or their real estate portfolio shrinking because they don't need that space?
That's actually a great question. K-Force, they had a very large facility located off of downtown Tampa, over 200,000 square feet. Because they've gone to this permanent hybrid model, have now downsized, sold that building, and are going with 50,000 square feet. And somewhere just to the between the West Shore District and downtown. So that's a large national staffing company that said, hey, we don't need 200,000 square feet anymore. We're going to do this hybrid model permanently. And because of that, we're going to go and minimize our real estate footprint. I know that Hayes has actually done the same thing when it comes to offices that are throughout the country. Yeah, companies are making it more of a permanent type of thing where they're going and minimizing their real estate hangover, as I like to call it. In terms of the candidates and the staffing companies that I work with, they tell me all the same thing. I was talking to a gentleman yesterday, and he does accounting and finance, but very similar to what Frankie does. And he was saying, it's incredible. Every candidate I talk to is demanding a hybrid work model. They don't want to have to go to an office, 5 days a week and sit there for 50 hours. He was saying every single candidate that's a professional, and has a good background and is employable with talent and skills, they want that hybrid model and are demanding it and won't actually take interviews with a company that won't offer the hybrid model. So you're right. It's a total shift, and it seems like for the short term, it's here to stay. I mean, who knows what the future will hold, but it's looking to be more like a marathon than a sprint when it comes to this. Candidates are digging in and saying, I want a hybrid model. I'll go in some, but I'm not going to stay there 5 days a week.
So it sounds like it will be sort of the new normal, the new future of take it as,
Absolutely. It doesn't show signs of abating at all. And companies are responding and reducing their real estate footprint, in answer to it.
So that I see that as interesting, because when I was in the corporate world, people were working 40 hours, or I should say they were in the building 40 hours. How much they work, I'm not going to address that, right? That's a whole nother conversation.